In the heart of the Louisiana bayou, where the mist hangs heavy and the trees whisper secrets, there stands a house untouched by time, known to locals as the Bayou Mansion. It is a place of unspeakable horror, where the boundaries between the living and the dead are blurred, and the sins of the past refuse to stay buried. The Bayou Mansion was once the home of the Devereaux family, a wealthy and influential clan with a dark and twisted history. Legend has it that the patriarch, Henry Devereaux, made a deal with the devil himself to secure his family's fortune, a deal that would ultimately lead to their downfall. The story of the Devereaux family begins in the early 19th century, when Henry Devereaux arrived in Louisiana from France with dreams of building a new life for himself and his family. He purchased a vast tract of land in the heart of the bayou and set about building a grand mansion to serve as his family's home. As the mansion took shape, strange rumors began to circulate among the locals. They spoke of strange lights and eerie sounds emanating from the mansion, of shadowy figures glimpsed moving in the windows at night. But despite these rumors, Henry Devereaux pressed on, determined to create a home befitting his newfound status. The Devereaux family quickly became known for their extravagant parties and lavish lifestyle, but beneath the facade of wealth and power lay a darkness that would ultimately consume them. Henry Devereaux was obsessed with the occult, and he spent hours locked away in his study, poring over ancient tomes and performing dark rituals in secret. One fateful night, Henry Devereaux made a deal with the devil himself. In exchange for wealth and power beyond his wildest dreams, Henry agreed to sacrifice the souls of his family to the infernal forces that lurked in the shadows. The pact was sealed, and the Devereaux family began to prosper as never before. But with their newfound wealth came a darkness that seeped into every corner of the mansion, twisting the souls of its inhabitants and driving them to madness. As the years passed, the mansion became a place of unspeakable horror. The spirits of the Devereaux family haunted its halls, their twisted forms tormenting any who dared to set foot inside. Locals spoke of strange disappearances and grisly murders, of travelers who ventured too close to the mansion never to be seen again. Despite the danger, thrill-seekers and ghost hunters from far and wide were drawn to the Bayou Mansion, eager to uncover its secrets and unlock the mysteries that lay within. Many never returned, their fates unknown, their bodies lost to the darkness that consumed the mansion. Among those who dared to enter the Bayou Mansion were a group of teenagers from the nearby town of Willow Creek. They had heard the stories of the mansion and were determined to uncover the truth behind its haunted reputation. One stormy night, the teenagers gathered outside the mansion, their hearts pounding with excitement and fear. As they entered the mansion, a sense of foreboding washed over them, but they pressed on, eager to explore its mysteries. The mansion was like nothing they had ever seen. The air was thick with dust and the smell of decay, and the walls seemed to pulse with a malevolent energy. As they explored further, they stumbled upon a hidden chamber beneath the mansion, a place of ritual and sacrifice where Henry Devereaux had made his pact with the devil. The chamber was lined with arcane symbols and sigils, and in the center stood a stone altar, stained with the blood of countless victims. The teenagers were transfixed by the sight, unable to tear their eyes away from the horror that lay before them. Suddenly, the door to the chamber slammed shut, and the teenagers were plunged into darkness. They fumbled for their flashlights, but it was no use. The darkness was absolute, and they could hear the sound of something moving in the shadows. Panic set in as they realized they were not alone. The spirits of the Devereaux family were with them, their twisted forms writhing in agony as they sought revenge for their cursed fate. With nowhere left to run, the teenagers faced the spirits head-on, their only hope for survival the bonds of friendship that held them together. As the spirits closed in around them, they joined hands and stood their ground, their love for each other the only weapon they had against the darkness. And then, in a blinding flash of light, the spirits were gone, banished back to the depths of hell from whence they came. The teenagers emerged from the Bayou Mansion, their bodies battered but their spirits unbroken. They never spoke of that night again, but the memory of their ordeal haunted them for the rest of their days. The Bayeux mansion stood as a grim reminder of the evil that lurked in the hearts of men, a place where the sins of the past could never truly be forgotten. For more scary and horror stories, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.